Hi there, this is David and welcome to the finale of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV Ultima. Before we get started, I do want to do a little bit of changes to my equipment. Let's put the Ultima 2 on Cecil, put the Apocalypse over on Kain, and then for Rosa, let's go ahead and change out her flare hammer for the Ultima sword. That just gives her a little bit better stats, not that big of a deal. I am on the last floor of the Lunar Core, and we're going to actually move on with the story and finish this game today. Oh, what's this? This is new. This is different. Uh-oh. Yikes. Oh, no. Oh, there's two of them. Holy crap. And yeah, I am going to be fast-forwarding the boss battles in this episode as well. Not because they're particularly long, but because they're just so frickin' easy at this point. I mean, you could literally just attack the two illusions here, and they won't be able to touch you. All of the illusion spells are going to deal 1 damage to your party members at this level. It will cast Wall on itself, so, you know, use summons or Ultima, stuff that actually pierces through Wall if you're using, you know, magic. You could do Sword from Edge, that deals respectable damage as well. I wouldn't recommend throwing anything like spoons unless you have plenty of them, because we'll be using the spoons later. So just attack, don't even bother healing, it's not that big of a deal. Once you kill the first illusion, the second illusion will begin countering just about everything that you do with Blaze. So do be wary of that. But honestly, like, that's it. I mean, this battle, it's so easy, it's so simple, and you have so much HP at this point that it doesn't even matter. If you were not leveled up and you didn't do the optional content, then, you know, just have Rosa and Cecil be healers. I mean, I don't really know what else to tell you, because it's a pretty damn simple battle, as you can see. But anyway, we took him out. Oh, yeah, Zemus's illusions. So let's go, and I just did a little quick healing there off screen. I restored my HP to full and my MP to full as well. Not that that's really necessary, but I did it anyway. I've gotta say here, isn't it always interesting whenever whenever the main antagonist ends up joining your party, how they go from being like a super powerful being to Golbez with 2,943 HP. Like, okay. Why couldn't he have had that much HP whenever I was fighting him? Why is it that games always do that? I mean, I get it from a gameplay standpoint, I understand it, but it's just kind of ridiculous. It's like whenever you're fighting Magus in Chrono Trigger, and he was so difficult as that, you know, mid-game boss. And then later on, spoiler alert, he joins you, and then you're like, this is it? Like, this is all he has? Like, come on now. He's not really that great of a party member. But, whatever. W Mitio. No one can stand against that. Hehehe. The beginning? What do you mean, the beginning? Huh. We took him out anyway. I have to say, Zemus right there, is that like an upside-down cross on his chest? I'm not sure. To me it looks like it, but I'm just not entirely sure what it's actually supposed to be. I wonder if that was censored in the American version and I just don't remember it at all. Yeah, we got him! So we win the game, right? I mean, that's it. We've defeated Zemus, reunited with our brother, we're good. As long as somebody gets Zemus, that's all that really matters. Cecil, you need to get over it. Come on, say something. Whoa, what's going on with Zemus back there? Oh, so we had the bad guy Golbez, then the real bad guy Zemus, but now the real bad guy Zeromus. Yikes! And they died. He has more power through death! Well, I mean, they killed Zemus, so killing Zeromus shouldn't be that difficult, right? What is Zeromus supposed to be? Like, he looks like some kind of hairy, bearded freak. He looks like Cousin It. He's like coming up to, like, attack you or something. Like, I really don't know what he's supposed to be, but Medio, yeah, it's no use. Oh, the crystal. Do they only have one crystal? Like, shouldn't they have 8 crystals? I mean, I don't know. The Son of Dark, that's Golbez. Oh, because his heart is still dark, he can't draw out the crystal's power properly. We need someone with a heart of light, the light of eternity. Yeah, I wonder who that could possibly be. And then Fusaya melts on the floor. I love that. Uh-oh. This is not good. Everybody's dead. What now? Oh. Hey. What are you guys doing here? I guess they're still praying. Man, they've been in that tower for ages. Oh. That's nice. And I like how Yang, Edward, and Sid are here too. I guess the surviving party members are here. Wow, Sid. If they didn't come back alive, they would kind of already be dead, but okay. I miss Palom and Porum. They're so cute. I like them. Normally kids in JRPGs get on my last damn nerve, but Palom and Porum, I really don't mind them all that much. I really don't. I really like them. Well, at least Cecil's alive. I guess the prayers reached him. Oh. Ooh, get the crystal. Oh, and something else. Oh, the Ultima 2! Great! Even though I already have an Ultima 2 and I'm not going to be using this, but thanks. That was not in the original version of the game. Oh, and Zemus's illusions from earlier, that, if I didn't say so before, that wasn't in the original game either, but, whatever. Okay, so here we have boss time against Zeromus himself, but we're completely screwed because we're all dead and Cecil's at 1 HP. I always liked this scene whenever I was a kid. Watching this, it always, got me so pumped up for the final battle. You know, just seeing everybody come in and give me their little pep talks and the power of friendship and all that. I really, really liked that as a kid. So, I like this scene. Nowadays the power of friendship gets on my last damn nerve, but whenever I was a kid, I liked it. Oh, and Tella came back from the dead for us. Believe in yourself, and be strong. Unfortunately, in this translation, they don't say that. But if you're ever wondering where that came from, that was what Tella would say to you. Constantly. Well, Rosa and Rydia are revived up. Or the rest of them. Who else is left to pray? Oh, these two. One of the best party members and one of the worst party members. Thanks, Sid. That's all he has to say. Like, wow. Okay. But Cecil's still at 1 HP. That's all the party members, right? Who else is left? Oh! I guess brotherly love is going to heal him up. So this battle that's coming up was always so difficult for me as a kid, but I would also try to beat the game at like level 55-ish. It would be nice to get Rydia up to level 60 in order to get all of her spells and to get Medio and all that kind of stuff, but honestly, it wasn't necessary. Just getting her up to have nuke was perfectly fine. But yeah, so I would try to beat Zeromus at a pretty low level, which was hard, I've got to say, and many times, fighting him, it would pretty much be Cecil, Kane, and Rosa would be the only ones alive, and Rydia and Edge would be dead on the ground for, like, the vast majority of the fight, because they just couldn't keep up with the damage that Zeromus was dealing. But first things first, before you do anything at all, go ahead and use that crystal, because if you don't, you can't touch Zeromus. Don't even bother. It's gonna change shape. What's he changing into? Don't tell me a tree. Whoa, what is this thing? What the hell? And from here, let's fast forward. So, at this level, you don't even need to heal at all. So just go all out against Zeromus. Use Cosmo with Rydia. Throw your spoons. Attack with Cecil. With Rosie, use Ultima. Have Kane jump. Do whatever it is that you need to do just to get him down. If you're not at this high leveled, then have Rydia cast Bahamut. Have Edge throw the best weapons that you have. Things like Excaliburs would be fine. Ninja Stars are fine as well. Have Kane jump. Have Rosa cast Cure 4 every single round. You might want to use a Spiderweb on Zeromus to slow him down. You might want to use Ninja with Edge to speed up your entire party as well. Because remember again, the Big Bang ability, which it uses all the time, No, it's not the Big Bang. It's the Black Hole ability that he uses. That will get rid of buffs and debuffs, but it will not get rid of slow or fast. But anyway, we got him. Yeah, like I said, at this level, Zeromus is a joke. An absolute joke. But he takes forever to die. Oh my god, even fast forwarding is taking forever to die. Come on now. I don't have all day for you. There we go. Got you. Oh, so he lives in the hatred of everybody's hearts. This always affected me as a kid, but I'd never seen this storyline before, as far as, the personification of hatred and all that kind of stuff. I'd never seen that in an RPG, so this was new to me. I mean, keep in mind, whenever I beat this game, really the only RPGs that I had played at the point were Dragon Warrior 1 through 4, Final Fantasy Crystallis, I guess. I mean, like, that was just about it. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest was in there as well, but, like, this was the first time that I saw this, like, really, really, really involved storyline. With characters who actually had, different personalities and everything. So this ending really did affect me. Oh, at least Edge is happy. Oh, those two just need to get a room already. What will we do? I guess we'll return home. Oh. Huh, there's a typo there, I see. That's lovely. Surprised I didn't catch that. It's a pretty obvious typo. Did he just repeat himself? What's going on here? Oh. Okay, so because they are both Lunarians, they're going to go to sleep now. I mean, Cecil's technically a Lunarian as well, but, he was raised on the Earth. He should probably go back. Oh, thanks. I feel like at this point the game, Fusaya calling him the Adored now, but the game's still calling him Golbez. Like, I feel like he should lose the Golbez moniker and go on to Theodore, since his heart is now pure, since he's redeemed himself, Oh. You two should hug. Or not. You could just not do anything. Okay. Whatever. Kind of odd. So what's going on now? Oh. Yeah, there's the Earth, and there's the two moons. And I guess that inner planet would be Mercury, and I guess that other one would be Venus, I imagine. Because this game actually is taking place on Earth. This is the only one, the only Final Fantasy game that takes place on Earth. One thing I want to point out, it says one born from a dragon's mouth. Someone in the comments, and I never actually realized this, said the reason why it's called one born from a dragon's mouth is because the continent of Mysidia is actually shaped as a dragon, and where the lunar whale comes up from is in the mouth of that dragon. So that's pretty cool. I had no idea about that. So thank you in the comments section for letting me know that. I had no idea. And then we get a little bit more of the Mysidian legend. It's kind of cool. I guess completing the legend. I've always felt that this scene just goes on for way too long. In fact, I always found that this ending in general is just too long. I mean, I'm all for a good ending, but sometimes like endings are just long for the sake of being long. So yeah, right here in Mysidia, that's the mouth of the dragon. You can kind of see, the upper and the lower jaw right there. And I guess the town would be the eyeball. I guess. Oh, yeah, what is he, cutting class again? That's all he ever does. Yeah, some things never change, I guess. You're fetching Haze all the way in Troia, of all places? Oh, yeah, on Mount Ordeals. That's right. Knock the crap out of him. Leonora? Wait. Wow. Okay. I actually had to look this up. So, Leonora, this is canon. This is canon. In the original version of the game, she was just some unnamed random girl that he was hitting on. But it is now canonical that is Leonora. It was put into, I think, the DS remake, maybe one of the Steam remakes or something. Maybe it was put into the complete collection. I don't know. But it was retroactively added in that girl is Leonora. And if you're wondering who the hell Leonora is, you're kind of in good company, because she is from the After Years. And if you're wondering if I'm going to play the After Years, I'm not, because the After Years sucks, and I hated it. I played it on the Wii whenever it was first released, like episodically, and then I also played it again during the complete collection, and I find it to just be a horrible, 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 long grind fest. It's not fun. I don't like the storyline. It's pretty much just dungeon, 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 and there's no exploration. So yeah, I am not a fan. But Leonora does appear in Palom's Tale in the After Years, if you're wondering about that. Yeah, Edge seems kind of smitten by Rhodia. He only has eyes for her. Oh, speak of the devil. Hey there. Yeah, you guys are Espers and Rhodia's a human. That's different. What are you talking about? Of course there's differences between them. They're monsters. I mean, I guess in their hearts and their personalities there's nothing different as long as they're good, but... I mean, okay, yeah, whatever. It's the inside that counts. Whatever. Rhodia. Sure, whatever you say. I like how she goes, right, Cecil? And then it goes straight to Yang. So is Yang gonna become the new king of Fabul? Ah! wow, I guess so. Interesting. Did Yang stage a coup or something? Because that's not really the way that monarchies get passed down. It would go to, the king's son. It doesn't just go to, like, the captain of the guards or whoever. Like, you can't just become a king just because you're a hero. Unless the people rise up, and then the people kill the former king, and then Yang could take over. That's how that would work. But it was never that a king would just kind of step down. Remember that old saying? Like, when this king would die, and they would say, the old king is dead, long live the king? Because they would mourn the king, but then immediately say, long live the king to, the kid or the prince or whoever who took over. Kings didn't just step down to the goodness of their heart. It just didn't happen. The Paladin song? I'm kind of surprised it taken you this long to rebuild the castle, Edward. Lazy ass just laying in bed all damn day. Oh, I can't give Edward too much grief. I actually like Edward as a character, even though he is completely 100% useless. I mean, he's only useless in the early game, and you have 5 characters in your party whenever you have them, so, I mean, it's not that bad. And in the Japanese versions, he's much better because he gets the salve command. It's kind of interesting that... Okay, so in the American version, a lot of abilities were taken out. But why would they take out the salve command, which actually makes Edward halfway useful, but then keep in the hide command, which is like the worst thing ever? Like, I don't get it. Like, why would they do that? I don't know. Oh, I guess now we have world peace. Well, that's sweet. I like it. And they're all dancing. Oh, I wonder. Oh! See, that makes sense, because the King of Baron died. I mean, he's no longer there, so somebody has to take over, and Cecil is, the world's hero. He did save the world, and he was captain of the Red Wing, so he was already really high up in I don't know, the power structure of Baron. So that makes sense for Cecil to take over, but for Yang taking over Fabul, I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch as far as I'm concerned. Oh, it's Kane without his helmet. Who knew he was blonde? What are you doing? You gonna go a paladin too? Oh. I guess he's trying to atone for his sins. For all of his betrayals, or taking the darkness out of his heart too. I don't know. This is all we get from Kane. Like, that's it. I don't remember. Maybe you guys in the comments can tell me. Was there any kind of, like, redemption arc or anything going on with Kane in the after years? Anything, about him becoming, like, I don't know, a holy dragoon or something like that? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I've played the game twice, but I don't remember every little thing about all the games that I play. I play so many. Oh, look. We get this orbital scene. Again. This is great. This is lovely. So, what's going on here? What are these astronomers in Agart seeing? Everything looks normal to me. Mercury is still there, Venus is still there, everything's just orbiting. Wait, what? What the hell? What in the world? Oh my god, it's gonna crash into Earth! We're all gonna die! How unusual. I always have to wonder, like, if the scholars are looking up through the telescope on Earth, where are we getting that viewpoint from? Because that viewpoint wasn't the viewpoint from Earth, because the moon flew away from Earth, and then it flew into the telescope. It just, I don't know. doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you really think about it. But you probably really shouldn't think too much about RPGs in general. They require a suspension of disbelief, because otherwise you'll just be like, what in the world is going on, and you'll never actually enjoy the game. So you just kind of have to take it as it comes. Oh yeah, no formalities. Just like in every JRPG. Wow, that's a really bitchy thing to say to a girl. Like, bitch, you ugly. Put some makeup on, like... Ugh. I mean, I get where he's coming from, but... I just think it's funny. Aww. Cecil's really torn about this. Poor guy. Oh, and here we have the wedding. What are you doing, Sid? He's saying hi to Rosa. What's your problem? Wow, is he not allowed to say hi to Rosa? Man, possessive much? I think that Luca has a little crush on Cecil. I feel like Sheila should have been here as well, not just Yang. Would have been nice. Oh, it's Palam and Porum. Oh, and he never stops, does he? Oh, the Mysidian Elder. Wow. All the important people are coming. He never stops, does he? I wonder if the sisters from Shoya are going to come too. I mean, that to me seems like the only leaders in the world that are not here are those 8 clerics. Are you not even... What is wrong with you, Edge? Why aren't you even looking at Rydia? Are you embarrassed or something? Like, seriously? You won't even look at her? What's wrong with you? I thought you were in love with her. Whatever. Oh, they're all waving goodbye. That's a really sweet ending. I always liked that. I always thought it was a fun little ending. Okay. And with that, we have begun the credits. So let me get on with my review of the game, I guess. And I want to talk about the hack versus the original first things first, because this is a hacked version. So, all of the original game is still there as you saw, but there are some changes. However, I do have some grievances with the way that the changes were implemented, mostly in the end game. In the Lunar Subterranean and the Lunar Core, I felt like there was so many bosses, so many changes there. It just became a boss gauntlet. Like, I wish that all those bosses were, I don't know, released earlier in the game, you know? Maybe, so remember we had to fight the goddess, and when we fought the goddess, that released the seals on the little shiny things on the overworld. There was the 3 caves on the overworld and the 1 on the underworld. Like, why couldn't that have gotten released earlier in the game? Maybe they could have gotten released whenever the Tower of Babel became sealed. Or maybe they could have gotten released whenever we capture the Crystal of Earth or something. Like, we probably wouldn't be able to kill the bosses then, but it would have been nice to have them released earlier than fighting the frickin' goddess. I mean, come on. And then maybe even power down those monsters so that you can fight them earlier in the game. Maybe unseal them whenever we go to the moon for the first time. You know, something like that. Just something to give a little bit more variety to the mid-game, because there was a large swath of the game, pretty much from the time that you enter the Tower of Babel for the first time in the underworld up until you go to the moon, where there's like nothing new at all. And maybe instead of adding like all that new stuff to the lunar core, the new areas to the lunar subterranean and all that, maybe put a new cave in the underworld, you know, something like that, like a substantial cave, not just like a little, hey, here's some treasure cave. Put something substantial down there, some bonus dungeons or something like that. Maybe they could have put a bonus dungeon over in Troia, like in the forests of Troia. Put something over in there, because that's a huge part of the overworld that really is never explored. You never really have to go over there. Like, you know, I mean, I understand what they did. They did make it so you have to explore a little bit more, because they made you park the airship further away, but all that really did to me was create more backtracking, and not really a fan of that. But honestly, I thought it was a good hack. I had a good time with it. I enjoyed myself thoroughly because I love this game. I love the Final Fantasy series in general, but this game is near and dear to my heart. It is, I think it's the first Final Fantasy game I ever beat. I think I beat this game before I beat Final Fantasy 1, actually. But with that, we have the end. So, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.